guess how does it help the team overall when guys like Swan and McGowan, who are true freshmen, are pushing older players?
Well, competition is what's going to ultimately fuel progress in the program. Those guys are early in, and it was fun to watch. I mean, we're getting to know them as players and competitors every day, and they came out today and flashed. That's a good thing for Vanderbilt, but they also have a long way to go and a lot to prove. So we're not going to put too much stock into that. We want to see repeated performance, but I thought it was fun to watch two young guys that played fearless today and gave us a glimpse at what's possible.
How much progress has Mike Wright made since the season ended?
I thought Mike was good today too, and I think he's improved as a runner and a thrower. I mean, there were some, he's made some cuts this spring in the run game that he was more on a straight line a year ago, and I think he's improved his agility. We know he can run the straight line ball, but the ability to make people miss in space. I'm sure he's going to argue for one on the speed option. We'll look at the film and see, but he's made improvements there, and then throwing the ball and then playing within the offense too. And I think everyone's gained a comfort with Coach Lynch and the system, and that's allowing for that natural ability to come out too.
The offense. Go ahead, Chris.
I was just saying, the obvious question is the first scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean we've come a long way, and that's to be expected. I would say if we hadn't, then something is wrong in our design. We're having fun. I think fun is based off the relationships that you build with people that you're familiar with now, and this success in this program is going to start with our care for each other, and I feel like we've established that, and now we're learning to love the game of football. And these guys are putting a lot of time and effort into this, and that's what is fueling their progress. Both the interpersonal connection and then time invested around ball with coaches that care about them and are working alongside them. That's been kind of the hallmark of our progress, and we just got to keep it going. We're early in on this team too, and we got a long way to go. And we're not guaranteed that the success will be linear either. We got some adversity to fight through as well, but we'll take it as it comes.
The offense seemed to kind of win the day today, but sometimes you got uneven matchups with first teamers going against backups and such. What did you take away from what you saw of that, though?
Well, there was identity and system. This is gonna sound silly, but we went on two a couple of times, two claps. A year ago, we were having trouble on long drives sustaining because of self-imposed penalties. You're just cleaning up the operation. That's been a focus that Coach Lynch has had all spring. I think we saw playmakers step up too. We had a couple misses early, one on a one-on-one fade to Shep, and then one on a glance to Shep on the backside of an RPO that we got to finish those plays. When we made it later, we scored, and so we have enough. We just got to keep getting in sync and in chemistry. But I also want to say that I thought the defense counterpunched today and did some good things. Jack Barton's got to finish the interception, and then we put them on short fields at the end there, where I would like to see them battle a little more, but that'll come. I thought the effort on defense was improved. That's been our focus, and now it's about sustaining that effort over 4 quarters, and that takes time and training. But was pleased with both sides. I think there's going to be a lot to correct on the film, and again, for first scrimmage in the spring, I thought there was good back and forth, and a good sign of progress is having the ability to go back and forth. So.
It seems like you might have some real quality depth at linebacker. How do you assess what you've got there right now?
Well, we felt like we had really good top-line performance at that position last year, and we've added some pieces and also have had some young guys that have come along, and they'll continue to come along. That's an important position because when you talk about base downs and sub downs, there's a lot that those guys can do, and so we're going to want to play in waves there, and depth will allow us to do that. And if we can take some snaps off the top line guys and allow them to stay healthy and play at a high rate through the season, the team will be better for it. So pleased with the progress so far. We got to keep it coming, but early in, I think it could be a position.
Speaking generally with recruits coming to watch a spring practice, what do you want your program to showcase to those guys? What do you
The feedback I normally get is that they enjoy the energy and the enthusiasm around the program, that their spirit in life, that there's a high care factor on the field. They see a team that loves football, and I think at Vanderbilt, for this program, that's got to be kind of the starting point, right? There's so many great things, in terms of holistic development here. But I want this also to be a football decision for young people that are looking for a program to take them to the next level. And the connection drawn to our team is this is a group that really cares about what we're doing together and cares about football. And that's a great thing for us.
Clark, I saw that y'all are having a pro day tomorrow. What's your motivation in having it not just for Vanderbilt players, but for players who have transferred? And what do you want going forward in terms of developing like NFL potential for players?
Well, to open it up to players that need opportunity. I mean, that's kind of the mission of the program. We want to be a conduit for everyone's success, and we don't. Young people deserve a chance, and that's kind of what we feel, and that's why we do that. As far as our future in developing NFL players or players with NFL future, I mean, that's both in the development of the skill and the talent on the roster that is, and also recruiting forward. And there are certain measures and metrics that we're looking at that we think project forward, and then we have to put the program in place that moves the needle along the way to get them to that point. We're pleased with our progress on that end. Bart and his staff have done a great job with Brandon Jones and Darius Darden-Box. They're incredible in the scouting efforts, and we have a coaching staff that's developmental in nature, and that'll allow for both high levels of performance on this field, but also unlocking that NFL future for these players too, which is part of our mission as well.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Hey.